Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Hey y'all, on a serious note, I need y'all to listen very, very close to this video because it's very important. So whoever's watching this, I need you to really listen close to what I'm about to say, okay? I was having a conversation with a friend, shout out to her if she's watching. And the conversation got onto souls. What is the soul? And long story short, we came to the conclusion that the soul is the inner child in you. That inner child. A child is pure energy. Your soul is pure energy. So they go hand in hand. It is important for us to get back to that inner child, which is your soul. What has happened to us as we've aged, as we got older, started getting responsibilities, got jobs, stress, trauma, all these things that you've collected over the years has just been piled up upon your inner child. So your inner child gets buried underneath all this energy and you lose yourself, you lose your soul. We have to do the shadow work. It's very important with the times we're living in right now for you to do this shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is you going into the deepest, darkest parts of yourself and cleaning out any type of energy that don't serve you. Dealing with your problems, dealing with your trauma, releasing it. It's time to release. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to elevate to that next level, right? The planet is vibrating. The earth is starting to rise in vibration, okay? This is why it's getting so hot. This summer been blazing, right? I'm in Ohio, and it feel like I'm in Georgia somewhere. This summer has been blazing, and it's still early. That's the frequency on the planet rising, which means your energy needs to be rising too. So you have to make sure you're getting back to that inner child, that pure energy, that soul, so that you can be on the same frequency as this planet, as it's rising up. You have to clean yourself out. A lot of us, we still have toxic things inside of us that's holding us back. It's just like if you go to your room and you got clothes in your room that you've had for years that you don't even wear no more, but it's just sitting there taking up space. You got to get in that closet and start cleaning stuff out. Stuff that you're not using anymore. Stuff that's not serving you anymore. Because it's just piling up and creating clutter. You got to start flipping over couches and turning over refrigerators and start cleaning out all that dust and dirt. Getting that out of your temple. The same thing with yourself. You got to start cleaning yourself out. Dealing with past traumas and things like that so that your inner child can come back to the surface. Because it's calling for you right now. It's calling for you. It's trying to float up. That inner voice that you hear inside your head, who do you think that is? That's your inner child. That's your soul. Right? As I've gotten older, my voice has gotten deeper, right? But my inner voice has stayed the same all my life. It hasn't changed. That's because the soul doesn't age. We are just grown children. Right? As we get older, we start to adopt all these ideologies and programs, but down to the surface, we're still children. This vessel ages fast, but our soul doesn't age. So you're still a child at heart. And what I mean by child is the maturity. It's not your maturity level, but your energy. The carefree energy, that pure energy. You got to get back to that childlike, right? You look at that video game they made, what is it? My boy Daryl from Walking Dead. I think it's called Death Stranding, right? Where you got to carry the packages across the land. Remember, he's carrying that baby, right? And that baby alerts him when there's ghosts around, so he can move around accordingly, right? But that baby, it gives him intuition, and it alerts him of danger. Right? That's that inner voice. That's that childlike energy. Same thing with other video games like Legend of Zelda. You got the fairy that alerts you and gives you guidance on your path. That inner voice. Halo, you got Cortana, right? That inner voice. There's always something that guides you on your path, right? You want that to come back to the surface so that you can float up and rise up to your best version, right? There's a lot of craziness going on in this world right now. You know, you see it, you feeling it. And for the people that's skeptical and think that nothing's happening, the earth is splitting right now, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a vibration, it's a frequency first. It's the change inside of you that's going to happen first before it happens out here. And a lot of you people who haven't been working on yourself, you should be glad that it hasn't happened on a big scale yet, because it's giving you more time to work on yourself. Instead of being skeptical and trying to deny that something's going to happen, why don't you try to use this time to work on yourself while you can? So when things do happen, you're not caught off guard, right? There's a reason why you have this time right now, is to focus on yourself, to heal yourself, find that inner child again. You know, in Dragon Ball Z, you got the Xeno, the Omni King, right? It was a child, but it was a ruler of the multiverse, right? But it was a childlike energy, innocence. We lose that as we get older because we get pulled into this world with all these emotions and all this energy. And we got to cleanse that out to find your soul again. If you don't do this, guys, if you do not take the time to heal and to cleanse and to let your soul, your inner child, come free again, you don't want to see what's going to happen. You're going to be stuck on a lower density, a lower vibration, and that's going to be your reality, right? People that's getting themselves together right now, right, they're not going to experience that reality, that hell on earth, because it's an interchange first. Your genetic coding, right, the coding inside of you is going to change as you better yourself. And then when you do that, that's going to reflect your reality. Remember, I told you guys, everything's a reflection of yourself, your inner world. So the new earth that people are talking about is inside of you first. The codes are inside of you, and then it's going to reflect outward, right? This is why you want to be in tune with the vibration of the planet right now. But you can't do that if your soul, your inner child, is buried underneath all this clutter. You got to clean that out. Just like if y'all seen The Bug's Life, the caterpillar, when he grew the wings, he had little bitty wings, but he was so big he could barely fly, right? That's how you're going to be. You know, your soul is growing those wings. It's trying to fly up and rise up in vibration, but you're so big, you're so heavy because you got all this stuff weighing you down that you can't even fly up out of here. Your heart has to be light as a feather for you to elevate. If your heart is not light as a feather, you will stay down here. It's quite simple. You have to heal and let that inner child come to light. You have to let that inner child come to light, because that is the soul. The whole purpose of us working on ourselves, guys, this whole journey is for us to find our inner child again. That's it. Reconnect with the source, which is your soul, your source. So now you're in alignment with everything else. And when that happens, man, you're free. You got to break these shackles, though. All this envy and jealousy and hate and all these weirdo emotions floating around, you got to get rid of that. Don't be arguing with people. You know, people got bad energy, get away from them. Because right now you need to be isolating yourself and healing yourself, cleaning out your temple. Whether it's your diet, whether it's the frequency that you're around, the people that you're around, all this stuff is happening for a reason. The world around you is changing for a reason, because it's sparking that change inside of you. But you got to take the time to realize that. Stop thinking everything is just fake and everything is just, fake news or whatever. There's things happening right now on this planet. And if you do not get in an alignment with yourself, you're going to be stuck here to experience that worst, that low density. okay? It's time for you to save your soul, right? It's time for you to save your soul. That carefree energy, that energy of being loving, unconditional love. No hate, no jealousy, no envy, none of that. Don't hold on to traumas. Don't hold on to grudges. But like a child acts in the moment. They act off innocence. That's how a child moves. That's how you should be moving, right? You don't hold on to things. It happens, it's in the moment, and then it's over. Get back to that, fellas. This whole journey that you're on right now is for you to get back to that energy, okay? Don't let nobody trip you up out here. Don't let nobody pull you into a trap of being argumentative or being hateful. Stay away from that energy right now, because that's going to keep you shackled down to this low density. All right? Remember, the soul is the inner child. The inner child is the soul. It's pure energy. It's you. That inner voice that you hear, that's you. But you got to tap back into that. You got to clean yourself out so that voice, you can hear that voice loud and clear again. All right? Retain Gang, this your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video, or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out.